Hey, so you've decided to quit your job. That's great, but here are 5 things you should know before you actually do so. Number 1, have a plan. What is it that you want to do when you leave your job, and how is it that you're going to do it? The smallest detail is important. Believe me, if you don't have a plan yet, create one. Step 1, I want to leave my job. When do I want to leave? I want to leave by January 2019, okay? What am I going to do? What do I need to save? What are the links that I need to make? How am I going to network before leaving my job? How will this be sustainable? Ensure you have that plan down pat. Chances are it may fail, but it's good when you actually have an idea of what you're gonna do and you've aligned yourself with that. So even when things don't quite happen as they should, you still know exactly where you wanna go and how to get there. So you can just reroute and then you're on your way. Step number 2, do you have money in the bank? Honestly, because when you leave your job, you will still have bills. Who's gonna take care of your expenses? You? Or do you have someone to take care of those expenses? Do you have investments? How is it that you will finance yourself while you work on these plans? How will you finance yourself after you've left your job? Think about it. Not to say that you should stay in your job because you're like, okay, after 6 months or so, I'm gonna be totally broke. No, because the vision is that you're gonna hustle. You are gonna work hard to ensure that all the things that you set out to achieve, you achieve them. But we know that things, as said in number 1, sometimes don't fall into place as they should. And so you might need a little backup money somewhere. So make sure that you're saving your money now. If you don't have a lot of money, don't be worried. Still, if you have that plan and it's down pat, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Quit the job. Number 3, are you committed to your plans? Guys, don't take this for granted, but after you would have left your job, there's gonna be a while where you're just gonna feel great. You're gonna feel the freedom, you're gonna be happy, and you're gonna be out enjoying yourself. You're gonna start working on the things that you promised yourself that you'd work on. But then over time, you might become a little complacent and things might start falling apart. And this is where you have to go back to the commitment, to what it is that you want to do, why it is that you left your job, because the why, guys, is more important than the how. So once you have that why down and you're committed, you are ready. So start learning commitment right now. So you are going to commit to save a particular amount of money so that you don't find yourself in such a financial bind, a terrible one. Once you've left your job, stick to that. Even if there's a new top that you want to buy, even if all your friends are shopping and are going to the finest restaurants, you have to decide, okay, what makes more sense for me right now? It makes sense to maybe skip that dinner, skip that lunch date, because I've already dedicated my time and my money to something else. You have to be committed, guys, or else this will not work. Trust me. Guys, number 4, have a backup plan. Have a backup plan. It can't go wrong. So you made your plan A and you've structured everything, and now you're gonna go into your brain, you're gonna find that space, and you're gonna think about all the things that could possibly go wrong, all the things that are lined up perfectly that could, linger or hinge themselves a little bit onto Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong, trust me, sometimes will go wrong. So you have that plan A and it seems good, and I trust you, it's pretty awesome, but ensure that you have a plan B. So should this side hustle that you're planning on falls through, what's the next best thing? How is it that you're going to apply yourself another way? So ensure that whatever plans you have B, C, D, E, F, G up to C. Don't have them though. Here's the drawback. Sometimes when people have plan B's and C's and all of that, they don't work enough on their plan A's. That's not what I'm telling you. I want you to give 100, I want to give you 1,000,000% on your plan A, because the hope is that you never ever have to turn on any of your other plans. But because we know that some of the things that we plan to do are hinged on others and different companies and organizations, so we don't always have the final say. So whenever you have a situation like that, what is it that you're gonna do in terms of a backup plan? That's how I wanted to have a backup plan. But guys, plan A is the aim. It is the plan. Another note though, if you realize that your plan A was not your best plan ever, because sometimes we think that, and where we are right now and what we're thinking and what we're exposed to, our perspective will be different right now than it will be next week, a month or two, a few years, and after you've gained experience. So if you find yourself questioning your plan A, and after you've ripped it apart and you've looked at everything under a microscope, you realize that it was not your best plan yet, do not be afraid to throw it out and to start anew. So you create a new plan A. Simple as that. Well, it's not simple, but it's as important as that. Finally, number five, which should have been your number one and ought to be your number one, your why. Why is it that you're doing this? Why are you leaving your job? Are you leaving because everybody else is leaving the company? Is that the best decision for you? Is that the best decision for you or the move for you right now? Why are you leaving this job? Does it not fulfill you anymore? Does it not challenge you anymore? Is that the reason you're leaving? Is it something that you can fix with your employers? Is it a matter that you can talk about because this is actually your dream job and you want to talk to them to see how they can fix it so that life can be better and easier and a little bit more challenging, because we do need challenges wherever we work so that we can keep giving our best? Is that what you need? Because you don't want to make a decision like that. You don't want to quit your job just because other persons are quitting, and you don't want to quit a job when it's really you who never pushed hard enough, when you don't want to quit your job either, when you could have just spoken to your employer to ensure that things are changed or fixed so that it could help you or help you to feel more comfortable in your job. Know your why. However, if you've had this burning inside of you for a while now, or you've developed one recently, and there's this thing, whenever you go to your bed in the night, whenever you wake up in the morning, that's the thing you envision yourself doing. When you think of your future, when you think of yourself 5 years from now, 2 days from now, that's where you see yourself. It has taken over your life. It's like a parasite. Even when you should be comfortable in a job, you find yourself daydreaming of this other life, this other thing that you know you're capable of doing, but you're not pushing yourself, or you're scared of going ahead and doing. Trust me, you're ready. You are ready. So ensure that you go back to number one. Now that you know your why, you have a burning in your belly. This is something that you will do if you have many options to choose from, and one is to pursue a particular path that you have envisioned for yourself and you want to choose that every single time, then yeah, quitting your job is a perfect thing for you. But ensure that, as I said before, you have a plan. You have a backup plan. You've thought of yourself financially. Do know that you will fail. It is fine. Failure is a matter of learning. Things are not gonna go as planned. But because your why is intact, because you know the reason for going that route, you will not be scared. That no over there when you expected and wanted a yes will not deter you from achieving what it is that you know that you can and you must achieve. So go right ahead, write that letter. You know, maybe I should do a letter on how to write a resignation letter. Write that letter and say adios to your employer, and I'll see you on the other side of those who quit the 9 to 5. Let me interject here. Sometimes after you've left your 9 to 5, you find yourselves in a little bind, in a little hiccup. Do you need to find a little catch me up, a little pick me up job here and there? Pride has nowhere in your dream. Pride will not help you to succeed, so you need to forget about that. So if you have already left your 9 to 5 and you are struggling and you see where you maybe need to get another 9 to 5 or a part-time job or something you never necessarily planned for to help you to move you forward in your dreams and your goals, trust me, don't be proud. Forget about other people because you're not doing it for them. Go get a 9 to 5. You don't care if a person want to laugh and say, I thought he said, I thought she said, because you're not doing it for them. Go get a 9 to 5 for a short period of time so that you can leave again and fulfill your purpose and your dreams. Guys, that now is it. That is it this time. And let me know if you want me to do more videos like this. I can do an update of what life has been like since I put the 9 to 5. Lord have mercy, sometimes it is so rough. And yeah, but there are so many blessings. There are so many blessings which you have to be grateful for, and it pushes you to be your best self, because when you realize that you don't have the comfort of a 9 to 5, when you even don't work and you get the money coming in the 25th, if I don't work, if I don't hustle, the bills won't be paid. So that's enough motivation. I think I've chatted a little bit too long, so I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, grateful, and motivated. Bye bye.